Hello students, this is Dr. M. Naglakshmi, Professor, Department of English. This is for your Soft Skill 1, Unit 3, Video 2. In the previous video, with Video 1, we discussed about past simple regular verbs. Now we are going to see past simple irregular verbs. Look at the exercise. Here in the box, they have given some verbs. Okay, you need to change these verbs into past form. There is one verb is not irregular verb, which means one is regular in this box. Okay, you need to find out which one is regular. Hope you know what is regular and what is irregular, right? Let us see the past form of these verbs. Have, had, begin, began, come, came, go, went, do, did, leave, left, get, got, study, studied, become, became, win, won, lose, lost, buy, bought, meet, met. Okay, so from these verbs, you might have understood, you might have heard that study, studied. That is the regular one, right? You just add ed or d or ied. That is a regular verb, right? Here you change study into studied, past form. Remove y and ied, right? Now you have to practice these things and repeat so many times to get the correct pronunciation. Now look at this one. How old were you in 2000? Simon was 24. Listen to him and complete the sentences. So listening. So as I said earlier, you have to check the Google Classroom. I have posted the listening script, okay, listening podcast, and follow that and do the exercise. So you will get multiple times practice. Then it will be easy for you to understand better. Now, this is for group work. So look at these exercises. We will do these things in a classroom. Okay. So listen to this audio and listen and practice using this audio podcast and then tape scripts, and also watch this video to understand the lesson better before you come to class. Okay, now the most important thing here, reading and speaking. Two famous first. So here in the box, they have given some words. The first part, nouns. The second part, verbs. You can see here, nouns, verbs. You know what is noun and what is verb. Noun is naming thing and verb is action word. So nouns, look at these nouns. Brother, slaves, politician, twins, widow, tears. Verbs, agree, born, grow, fight, own, resign, survive. So they have given photographs. Look at the photographs and complete these sentences. So George Washington was the first. So George Washington. Okay. And then Margaret Thatcher was the first. So there are two most important people and their life they have given. So what you have to do, you have to read about these people and then you have to answer these questions. So where do you read about these famous people, right? Margaret Thatcher, right? You can read here the two famous first. George Washington, 1732 to 1799. He was the first president of the United States. He became president in 1789, 8 years after the American War of Independence. So his early life, George was born in Virginia. His family owned a big farm and had slaves. George didn't have much education. During his life, he had three jobs. He was a farmer, a soldier, and a politician. He loved the life of a farmer. He grew tobacco and owned horses. He worked hard, but he also liked dancing and going to the theater. In 1759, he married a widow called Martha Custis. They were happy together, but they didn't have any children. His later life. He was commander in chief of the army and fought the British in the War of Independence. When the war ended in 1781, he was happy to go back to the farm, but his country wanted him to be the president. Finally, in 1789, he became president and gave his name to the new capital city. He started the building of the White House, but he never lived in it. By 1797, he was tired of politics. He went back to his farm and died there 2 years later. Okay, this is his life, George Washington. Okay, so the question here, the first one, George Washington was the first president of the USA. Next one, Margaret Thatcher. So let us see about Margaret Thatcher. Margaret Thatcher, 1925, and she died in the year 2013. Right? She was the first woman prime minister in Europe. She became prime minister of Britain in 1979. Her early life. She was born above a shop in a small English town of Grantham. Her father, Alfred Roberts, was a grocer. He worked very hard for little money. Margaret also worked hard and she went to Oxford University where she studied chemistry. In 1951, she married Dennis Thatcher, a rich businessman. They had twins, a girl and a boy. The love of her life was politics. She didn't have much time for other interests. She said she only needed 4 hours sleep a night. Her later life. She became a politician in 1959, leader of the Conservative Party in 1975, and Prime Minister of Britain 4 years after that. She had a strong personality. A lot of people were afraid of her, and she was called the Iron Lady. In 1984, Irish terrorists bombed her hotel, but she survived. She was Prime Minister for 11 years. She finally resigned in 1990, but she didn't want to. And she was in tears when she left 10 Downing Street. Okay, so this is her life. What you have to do? Read these two famous personalities' life in the given passages and try to answer these questions about George Washington. How many jobs did he complete that? Okay, so about Margaret Thatcher. So read these two passages and then complete these questions. So what do you think? This is about your thought. Who were famous leaders in your country and what did they do? You have to think about the famous personalities of our country, India, and what did they do? You have to mention at least 2 or 3 things about them. And then you can see the vocabulary and pronunciation. You have to check bomb. The B is silent here and widow, right? Hard, what. So you just understand how you have to pronounce these words. It is very, very important. Cross out the silent letters in these words. You have to practice these things, right? Walk, listen, know, write, eat, form, work, walk, island, build, resign, daughter. So read multiple times and find out which letter is a silent letter in these words. Okay, so you can check your answers playing the uh, tape strips which I have shared in the Google Classroom. Okay, also you have to understand, you know, the phonetics form of these words. Okay, social occasions. Look at the list of days which are special. Match the special days with the pictures. Do you have the same customs in your country? You have to look at these pictures. Based on the pictures, you have to understand what are those occasions. So, okay, they have given the list of occasions, special events, birthday, Monday, wedding day, Christmas day, yesterday, New Year's Eve, Easter day tomorrow, Mother's Day today, Thanksgiving, Valentine's Day, Friday, Halloween. So you have to check the pictures, right? And you have to find out the answers. Okay, so how many pictures? One, two, uh, one. Where's the one? Number one, two, three, four, five. I think this is number one. Six, seven, eight. Okay, you have to find out these things, match these things. Okay, so complete the conversation. What are the occasions? Okay, oh, work again. I hate, it's very obvious. Everybody knows Monday mornings because people don't want to come to work or even to study, right? Me too. Did you have a nice weekend? Yes, it was brilliant. So after weekend, nobody wants to, start a routine during uh, Monday mornings. Okay, so happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to your Tommy, happy birthday to you. So when you read the sentences, you will understand what occasion or what phrase will be suitable for this blank. Okay, so complete these things, all nine pictures. This picture denotes Halloween. So look at these things, days, and seeing those hearts, you will understand that is for Valentine's Day. And this one, looking at the cake and blowing off the candles, you understand that is for birthday, right? Okay, so check this Mother's Day. So look at the greetings, Happy Mother's Day, lots of love. So this card denotes picture six for Mother's Day, right? And the first, the picture, this one denotes wedding, right? So look at these things and complete the exercise. Also complete these conversation. Okay, and this is the end of this lesson. So module 7, that is for unit 3, right? So about past simple, and they were talking about simple past, regular and irregular verbs. So I have shared the whole unit students workbook, also student book in Google Classroom, just to follow that. Okay. Thank you.